Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. By popular demand, today we are going to be listening to Opeth for the first time. Now, also by popular demand, this is a alcohol-inspired reaction. From the 100K party, I promised you called me out. I hadn't done it yet, so here's your alcohol. It's a gimlet. I think cucumber mint gimlet. Oh dear. And right here, I wore my sweater, I drink, and I know things. So you can expect vocal nerdiness to an nth degree without any filter today. And I'm really excited to get to hear Opeth for the first time. Did I mention that? They're prog metal, so that means we're going to get like crazy time signatures, hopefully. And also, we might have some really exploratory sounds, hopefully. And they're going to take a long time to do it. So you might grab a drink too, because I think that the music in this video is around 10 minutes. So the reaction analysis is going to be even longer in order for the alcohol to take proper effect. Now, we're going to be listening to Ghost of Perdition. This was the most recommended song by Opeth, and the patrons also recommended it a bunch. So thank you to our patrons. You guys are awesome. We're going to be listening to a live performance, which is my favorite kind of performance to react to, by the way. This will be from Red Rock in 2017, not that long ago. Let's get to it. Who decided that this is going to be the alcohol-inspired reaction? Oh, think Kirk. Probably because of this moment right at the beginning where it's like, oh man, lovely, like Western vibes I'm getting here. Instant death metal. Like, hello, metal growl. Video game monster, basically. And also, this guy is so relaxed when he's making that growl. It doesn't take any tension from him whatsoever. You know that it's not some really forced or potentially vocally dangerous thing, because look at how relaxed he is. His jaw was just like, blah, 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 blah. Wait, where is he? He's somewhere in here. You know, we're just going to go back right to here and watch it again. There you go. Not a whole lot of tension happened there. Just a jaw going blah, blah, blah. Good job, dude. Nice vocal production. Yeah, there's like zero jaw tension in there. What? Look at that one more time. I know I'm stopping a lot already. Come on, he video game monstered me at the very beginning with alcohol. Of course I'm gonna stop. Wow, yeah. Total lack of jaw tension. Beautiful! Hashtag, I think he's an ogre.
Devil cracked the earth, the shelf, I told you what's the one. You walked down to the room, said you had to live before you die.
that was the same guy in the microphone, but it's just not the same sound. This guy like had such a... The only thing that these two sounds had in common was relaxation, which is so impressive. Like it had a nice pitch. You know, wow. This guy already has me. Okay, we're going to go back and listen to him again because I thought it was a different person singing when he first started. To be totally honest, I didn't think that was the same person. Yeah. You know, it's interesting. His mouth is a lot more closed, a lot less space up here when he's singing versus growling. Nice quality too. Something about the lightness of his singing style right here, it doesn't make me think metal at all or rock. It makes me think jazz. There's a lightness to it and a rhythmic quality, even in the harmonies of it here. It felt more jazz in style, which is one of the reasons why I really like progressive metal. They'll pull from anything and just add it in. It's like it's this conglomeration of so many different genres. Very, very cool addition there. Also, really great contrast because the instruments underneath feel very, very heavy. And I'm trying to keep track. There's some interesting subdivisions in the tempo. Look for subdivisions of 3 and 2 with me. I'll probably talk about them soon. We know his growl is awesome already, right? Because of just how relaxed that jaw is. He's opening his mouth very wide to help that sound come out, of course. But it's very relaxed. Not a lot of tension. It's almost like a lazy growl. But the consistency of it is another way that I know that growl is good. Now, I'm not a super specialist in growls, but I can usually tell the difference if it's being done well or not. It has to do with strain most of the time. This is definitely made by the false vocal folds, okay? 100% sure of that. There's a consistency in it that makes it sound like it's not actually on his true vocal folds. It's in the false vocal folds. And you know this also because of the way that he sang between these two screaming sections. And his phonation when he was singing, it was so light and easy. If somebody has been tormenting their vocal folds with really dangerous and harmful screaming, they're not going to have easy phonation. It's just not going to happen. And his phonation was like light and breezy, super easy. So obviously great technique. And that is not easy to achieve, by the way. I don't think I could do that kind of thing easily. I've been trying, obviously, for a while. But it's just really impressive to me to be able to have both ends of the spectrum. fantastic breath control, fantastic pitch in that phrase. I do wish he would open his mouth to give me a little more enunciation. Sometimes it's difficult to hear what he's singing, what the words are there. But this was haunting and beautiful. Let's go back a little bit. Beautiful pitch. Very nicely in the pocket. Nice relaxed vibrato too. Not surprising that he has a relaxed vibrato. I really want to know who's singing that upper part. I'm curious if that was also him. He might have used a pedal essentially to loop his voice. I think that's possible. It was gorgeous. It was just gorgeous. It's such a fantastic combination of these in-your-face rock instruments with so much drive behind them. It's almost like they have like a certain insistency, a brightness of the timbre, the way that they just push forward. And then this ooh has this almost dark, floaty texture to it. So to take that timbre and match it in the same song with something that is generally more in your face and aggressive is very impressive to make that work together. And just a wonderful dichotomy, really. Also, this venue, Red Rocks, is gorgeous, and we are planning to go there, I believe, in October to see Heilung live. So that'd be October 2021. If you guys want to join, shout out in the comments. We'll probably be there. Feels so epic. Here's the epicness. All right, time signature talk time. This is fantastic because they're alternating essentially between a triple meter and a duple meter. This is the one of the big reasons why I like progressive metal. I think a lot of mainstream artists have gotten really attached to 4/4 time. 99% of the music you hear on the radio is in 4/4 time. And while that's cool and stuff, it just, I want exploration. I want to see music driven forward. So let's do 4/4 time sometimes, and then let's do prog sometimes, okay? Now, this you can hear it in the drums primarily when you hear really big downbeats, so beats that feel like they are somehow bigger than other beats. For him, he has it in a louder, higher beat at one point and a louder, lower beat. So you hear like boop, 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 boop. Let's go back. I'll try and point it out for you. So right now we have a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's like a lazy triple meter that's hanging out below. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It might be in 6/8, it might be in 12/8. Kind of depends on how they want to write it, to be honest. Could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But you hear a lower beat, that's the downbeat, and then there's a higher beat that might be a downbeat or it might be the halfway point between downbeats that are lower beats. Let's go back here. Now, the moment he starts going whack, 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 whack with a cymbal in that crash 2, it's telling you that it stops you before getting to a 1 to 3 subdivision. So you have 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 in, essentially. And you'll feel, so that's going to be your duple meter. So listen and try count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when you get to the point where the cymbal essentially interjects, that's when you're going to have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 being a duple meter between. Let's go back a little bit. Oh, a little bit more. Oh no, that's good. So I would count it as 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See if you can find that too. And then right here we have a tempo shift. So before it tended to have the same beat, just in different meters, so different small rhythmic divisions. Whereas here the beats became further spaced apart. So the 1, 2, 3 happens like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, rather than a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tempo shift. Let's go back to that tempo shift. There's your shift. Cool. I like that. So at the end, they're kind of playing with that meter a little bit again, just to give you a little extra point in it. But one of the things that I was really enjoying about that section was these longer legato phrases. They brought out more of a feeling of epicness, whereas that jarring tempo shift feels more aggressive. So especially you had these sort of soaring guitar lines there, right, that went up higher, things that you could hum along with. And then when you have the drums sort of setting apart these different meter changes, that ends up feeling a little bit more primal, a little more warlike, which makes it tend towards being aggressive.
Like to make pages in a diary, and it can seem clean that it's all still. People will talk on falling every day. Why would we really need to live? This sounds clear on what's really the haze. What you should take or what to give.
So perfect timing. It looks like our guy on keyboards is the one that's harmonizing. And he's doing a really great job of it. I think that the lead singer band member's name is Michael. And to my understanding, Opeth has gone through a lot of band member changes. I think that Michael might be one of the only founding ones still there. Not sure. But it's fascinating. I know that he wasn't the original lead singer, but he is the lead singer now. His growl is incredible. His regular singing is also good. I do wish that he would let more of his sound out by dropping his jaw a little bit more. But I think his pitch is great and his tone is great. He definitely is able to get a soothing sound out, which is fascinating in contrast to that growl. Now, a keyboard player here in the back, I think is probably usually using synthesizers here. I think his harmonizing is on point, right? It's really, really great pitch again from both of them, just nailing the pitch there. But in addition, he's not bringing that harmony too far forward. He's really letting it sit in the back so that the lead still has most of the focus. Oh, that was cool. I wish I'd seen an up-close version of that growl. I think that he did it by essentially just opening his lips up, like, or something along those lines. Perhaps. I obviously need to work on my growls more, but I am working on it, just so you guys know. I really loved the form of that growl. Let's go back a little bit and catch it again. Oh yeah, you can see his lips just a little bit if you look really closely. And he does exactly that. He opens up more through the growl, so he forms it with his lip shape, essentially. Very cool.
To see how the beloved sun in this barren water.
It's suddenly so beautiful. It felt like we were like drifting through an anime forest with like little twinkling lights falling down. It was from a Miyazaki film for sure. So it sounded like flutes, but I don't see flutes on the stage. So I'm pretty sure that that was synthesized from the keyboards. Also, very indicative that they'd essentially dropped the drums out at that point to give you this feeling of more spaciousness. And then that spaciousness gets cut up a bunch when you put that rhythm section back in. So listen to that.
To see how the beloved sun
Parallel octaves right there. So this is one of the things that really interests me about music is essentially how it divides up time. And we could go into this and various theories on this in great depth. But one of the fundamental things is that rhythm essentially divides your time. So when I was talking about more spaciousness, the feeling of being in a forest, when you have legato lines, so lines that tend to just be held for longer, you don't have much breaks in them, they might feel a little bit slidey in between, even very connected. Those lines will tend to hover and almost remove a sense of time. You just get a sense of time maybe when you move from one note to another. But if you're holding out the same note for a really long period of time, it will help your mind actually remove any sense of little blocks of time that might be within that note. The moment you have percussion, it's dictating a very clear rhythm. And guitars also, they're plucked. And so they have a rhythmic sense to them, but not quite as much as just hitting on something does. So I think it's fascinating to hear. I think that this band must enjoy playing with a sense of time as well, partly because of the shift in time signatures, but possibly also because of the way that they take away and add the drums. It's a very cool harmonic progression there too.
If I got the source of the flow and everything would change. Will conviction fall in the shadow of the righteous? The phantoms melt your mind, but be calling you to go.
I'm really impressed by how calm they are. It's like they are all keeping their cool. There's a lot that is happening here in the music, a ton. Even the drummer, who is having to play so many notes, he's like basically running a marathon up there on the drums. He's not totally like headbanging to the music. They have this centeredness to them that I feel like is really keeping the music together. It's like they're all intellectually entwined.
Find the forgotten morals when the victim is to blame.
Ooh, that was cool. This is how you know that I have the same forward mouth shape. They're made by the tongue. These vowels A and E are really made by the tongue. You can keep your same jaw position and go I-E, just by moving your tongue back and forth, which he just did. I still wish you would open up a little bit more, but we'll probably see it more, so I'll keep going for now. His resting mouth position has a really relaxed jaw. Like, I don't know hardly anybody in 2020 that can have no jaw tension when in a resting position. So I'm really impressed by the amount of relaxation that I see in his jaw overall. Good job, keyboard player. I see you. I love this beautiful lyric line that they're singing. it again feels just like it's hovering. And I love it when metal has beautiful lines. Yes, the death growls are really impressive, but coming from opera, when I hear those beautiful melodic lines that I could whistle or hum along to, I think like, yes, that's the melody. And the melody helps me find some sort of center in it. This line is haunting and gorgeous, and it matches everything they're doing as well. The way that they've interweaved it into this fabric of song is extraordinary. Ooh. Okay, just a second. We have to go back before I completely exit from this. I know it was a long song. Let's catch it back here a little bit and see if I can't find his resting jaw position, which is impressive. This is his resting jaw position. I had to do a little bit of searching, cut that out. But look, he's not been singing at all right here. This is just in between singing / growl takes. It's impressive to see him just be in that open position, because that indicates to me that he doesn't have a whole lot of tension when he's singing or growling as well. It's very, very unique. Most people will close their mouths between, but I have seen a number of opera singers essentially take on this resting jaw position that is more open so that they are more prepared at any time to be able to sing, and also are letting some of that tension just hang out. So kudos, Michael. I love your resting jaw position. And there you have it, your first alcohol-inspired reaction. This band is fantastic. I hope that I was able to communicate how much I'm really impressed by Michael's vocals and the variety that he's able to bring. I also love their musicianship. I love the way that they stayed together during various time shifts, and the way that they essentially distorted time by the shift between long, legato, hovering lines, and then a lot of rhythmic separation of beats. I thought that was really fascinating to get to listen to and analyze as well. So thank you, all of you, so much for this recommendation. Opeth is pretty cool, right? Very, very fascinating to dig into a little bit. And I'm going to drink my last couple sips here to you. I want you to know that your recommendations count. When you write them below in the YouTube comments, we do go through and we look at them. We have a tally spreadsheet. It's incredibly thorough. You would not believe it. It is so much work, but we do that because we want to know what you actually want to hear on this channel. So make those recommendations down below in the comments. I'm going to drink to you. And I will see you, I hope, on Monday, Tuesday, or Friday at 8 a.m. Arizona time for live premieres, or on Patreon or on my website at thecharismaticvoice.com. See you somewhere else soon.